Hi, my name is Dr. Sean Patterson, and you're probably watching this because you got some sort of advertisement or mailer, or you saw something about free information. But I want to talk to you a moment about why I'm really happy that you responded to this. Yes, you were targeted because chances are you're roughly average age 50 years old, probably 40-something to 50-something, and you responded to this because you saw something about metabolism, thyroid stress, detoxification, insomnia. And so my job as a healthcare practitioner is to give people proper information and then let them do what they need to do with that information to get well. And if they can't get well, then my goal is to help assist them in that endeavor through coaching and through therapies like detoxification and acupressure and maybe some adjustive chiropractic techniques, nutrition, supplementation, bioidentical hormone balancing, of the adrenal hormones, and so on and so on. But the primary thing I want to talk to you about is, I want to warn you about the dangers of our culture and what it's doing with things like weight loss and low energy, low sex drive, and even sleeping problems. Because those are the biggest symptoms I see with people, especially this time of year. So I'm just going to touch on a few things. I'm not even, this is not scripted. I don't know how long I'm going to talk for, so I'm going to get right to the point. I want to give you some better information and better solutions to things like weight loss. So the first thing I want to talk about with weight loss, before you could even think about that, is I don't like to talk about losing weight, because weight on a scale can mean nothing. I know people who lose 10 pounds on a scale in 2 weeks and they're excited and happy, or they'll gain a pound on a scale and they're sad, and you know, you've done the A to Z diet, you start at Atkins and you end at Zone and you do everything in between. Listen, what I care about is body composition, the amount of lean body mass to fat mass. That is going to dictate your internal health and how you look and how you feel. So some of the things that will decrease your lean body mass would be stress. Now, stress comes in lots of different flavors. Emotional, which would be finances and employers and employees and kids and maybe the IRS for some. You know, the hustle bustle of life, that's emotional stress. We have toxins, we have allergies and sensitivities, we have what you eat, we have electromagnetic pollution, cell phones and internet and alternating current and all kinds of crazy things like that. And we have structural problems too, old injuries or recurring injuries and things like that. So you have to understand you have a system built for stress or dealing with that stress. It's called the adrenal system. It's a fight or flight thing. So just so you know, most people stay stuck in fight or flight way too long. Fight or flight's you're out gathering berries or hunting or whatever you're doing, and a bear comes around the corner and you got to get out of danger quickly. So you need higher blood pressure, you need more minerals float around, you need quick energy, which comes from sugar. If you don't have sugar in your blood, your body will break down its lean body mass for that energy. Okay, so anyway, when you're in a state of fight or flight, you cannot lose weight. So people are going to the gym to lose weight, right? They're exercising. Exercise is a stress. Well, you're stressing an already stressed out system. So instead of doing that, what we have to do is give your body more of a chance of dealing with stress better, okay? And so we're not going to micromanage that right now because I don't know specifically who you are and what you need to do. But, you know, that's why I have a job, in all honesty. I give a free consultation, and you're welcome to come and talk to me about that kind of thing. Okay, so back to the whole weight loss thing. One thing I like to look at is adrenal hormones. Okay, we like to look at the adrenal hormones through the saliva, and there's lots of reasons. Some people will argue that's not the best way. I've probably run 500 tests over the last few years, and I get really, really good results doing the right testing with the right therapies and lifestyle changes. So we like to look at testosterone, DHEA, those are androgens, those are what give you your get up and go, sex drive, things like that. Too much though, you're agitated, your brain won't work right. We like to look at estrogen, there's the estriol, the estrone, the estradiol. We like to look at progesterone and cortisol throughout the day. You should start higher in the morning and slowly taper off into the evening so you could get a good night's sleep. Cortisol is misunderstood. This is one of the things I'm talking about being in trouble. If you get too little, you can't sleep. If you get too much, you can't sleep. if your cortisol levels are dysregulated, basically you'll get belly fat, you won't metabolize sugar properly, but if they're right and proper, you'll have lots of energy, good immune system, you'll metabolize sugar well, and it will help combat inflammation for those of you with chronic aches and pains. So some of the myths I see, women go in with these kind of complaints, heavy menstruation, or lots of cramping, or fibroids, insomnia, hot flashes, and it seems like modern medicine's job is to give you a pill, which is usually a synthetic drug, and even the doctors doing work with bioidentical hormones. You got to remember, a hormone's still a hormone. I see them very overprescribed and just way too high of doses. And all illness is too much or too little of something. So if you have too little, but then you give too much, you're going to be ill too on the other end of things. These are the kind of stresses I'd like to make you aware that you have to understand these, what your adrenal hormones are doing. You have to understand that your energy and your metabolism and things like the quality of your nails and your hair and the elasticity of your skin and your ability to lose weight and not have the cold hands, cold feet, the brain fog, that's all dependent on your thyroid, okay? Thyroid's a little gland right here at the base of your neck. Very small, but the thyroid, I get people in every single day, who are hypothyroid, or they think their thyroid's not working right, but their lab tests show normal. What you have to understand is the thyroid gets picked on a lot. So it gets picked on by a stressed out adrenal system. Those stress hormones will inhibit your thyroid so it can't do its job. Your exercise will stimulate your pituitary gland to turn on your thyroid. However, if your exercise stresses your adrenal gland, your pituitary turns it off, your adrenals turn it off. Or your pituitary turns it on, but then your adrenal stress turns it off. So you get stuck in a tug-of-war. That's why your exercise isn't effective. You feel good, and you get that runner's high and those endorphins and that adrenaline, but then you can't sleep and you're not losing any weight. Okay? And if you are losing weight, it's probably water and muscle. Fat burning is a very tricky thing. Most people do not burn fat, okay? And, I like to dispel the myths, get your body healthy so you can burn fat. So the thyroid has to work right. Well, the thyroid hormone activates 60 to 80% in the liver and the gut. So if your liver's stressed and your gut's not working right, your thyroid's not going to work right. And the last thing I see people going to doctors or searching on the internet for is sleep problems. You can't fall asleep or you can't stay asleep. You're dead tired. You wake up at 2, 3, 5. One of the better things I do with people, not better, some of the better results are improving sleep. But you have to understand, sleep can be so many things. It can be stress, it could be emotions, it could be electromagnetic pollution, it could be blood sugar problems, it can be the clock's a little off in your brain. Your hypothalamus controls those organs that release cortisol and wake you up. It could be all kinds of things. It could be a stressed out liver. And so you have to understand, your body is very complicating. It's very amazing. But some of the things you're told is just not right. If you go to sleep fine and you wake up and your neck hurts, we think, oh, I must have slept wrong. That's this much of truth. But really, truth is this big. Okay? I don't even know if you're getting this on the screen here, but we're being fed little pieces of truth that are dangerous. They're not lies, but they're out of context, okay? So for instance, your body is brilliant. If it goes to bed fine and it wakes up with neck pain, you're telling me it was a sleeping injury or a pillow injury, that your brain is not smart enough to say, hey, Barbara, hey, Mary, roll over, And we kind of chuckle about that, but it's true. The way neurology works, that is basically, you're blowing a circuit. So your body has a stress in it. Your brain cannot alert your body at how to function properly, so you're waking up with inflammation and things like that. I like to tell people it's the straw that broke the camel's back. So the pillow didn't hurt you, your position didn't hurt you, it's just whatever's pre-existing. And aches and pains are one of the ways the body communicates with us. So what you have to understand is your body communicates to you first through symptoms. Okay, back pain, neck pain, maybe some digestive upset, some insomnia, things like that. Starts out very mild, and we just assume, oh, it must be, because of some overuse of the muscles, or I'm just stressed, or things like that, or maybe I ate something that doesn't agree with my stomach, which those are partial truths. But remember, your body's brilliant. It should be able to recover and heal. And so here's a little checklist. Okay, if you have any kind of chronic pain, 12 weeks after an injury. Like if you had a whiplash 2 years ago and your neck still hurts, or a shoulder surgery 10 years ago and your shoulder still hurts, that is not appropriate pain. That means something different than you think. And if you could find out what your body's trying to tell you, that's going to be the solution to all the other things too. Immune system, metabolism, and your vitality, your quality of life, because the body's very smart and it will give you symptoms. Just Western medicine isn't set up to help you understand what those symptoms mean. So pain's a big one. Like I said, if you have old pain that's still lingering, it means something different. You probably blew a fuse, so to speak, and you got to figure out what fuse is blown. Is it an adrenal problem, a thyroid problem, a liver problem, a gut problem? Okay? Another thing to think about is sleep. If you're really tired, you go to bed fine, and you wake up in the middle of the night. Chances are that is not a sleeping pill deficiency, and you could use lots of tricks to go to sleep, melatonin and amino acids and things like that, which I'm not advising without the proper understanding of what's going on. They can work to help keep you asleep, and they are natural, but they still can let the problem get worse because you have to understand what your body's trying to tell you. Okay, so I know a lot of you have been watching this. I don't know how long it's been running, but I got to wrap up. Here's the deal. If you're watching this right now, I'm going to give you an opportunity to come in not only for a free consultation, but I'm going to give you an evaluation too. And that usually costs $245. I will do it for free. And the only thing I ask is that you make your appointment, you keep your appointment, because I'm very busy and it's just not fun to sit around. So call this number, 916-933-0974, 916-933-0974. That will ring my office. I am Dr. Sean Patterson of Body Restore. My office is in El Dorado Hills. It'll be the best time you ever spent on your health. We're going to look at your body composition, your approximate cellular age, your toxicity levels, your hydration levels. We'll screen you for adrenal stress, thyroid stress. We may even check your urine for infections, and I'm going to do that on my dime. I will give you that time because just like my favorite mechanics, when my car breaks down, they don't charge me to tell me what's wrong with it, they charge me to fix it, and I appreciate that. And I have a feeling you're going to appreciate it too. That way there's no risk but a little bit of your time to sit down and chat with me, and let's see if we could get to the bottom of what your body's trying to tell you through these symptoms and how you're being mismanaged. Because here is that warning we talked about. If you don't listen right to your body, the end-term result of stress on your body is cancer, heart disease, degenerative brain diseases. I'm seeing them more and more and more in 50 and 60-year-old women. Breast cancer, uterine cancer, endometrial cancer. And the modern medicine fixes, do a hysterectomy, pull the organs out. Well, you didn't fix the problem, you fixed the symptom, okay? Or get on medications that are experimental or untested, or that they are tested and they work for symptoms, but they're going to poison your liver, which is going to impede your thyroid, and that's going to make you gain weight, and then you're just going to be stuck in these cycles. So if you're somebody age 40-something to 50-something, and you're a woman and you're tired of being mismanaged, or things just don't make sense, or you're just not getting the results you're looking for, spend a few minutes with me in my office at my dime, my expense, and I am happy to give you solutions. You're not obligated. If you think I'm crazy or a hack, absolutely walk out of here, run out of here, don't ever come back. But I have a feeling you're going to be very pleased with the information that I present to you based on experience. If you'd like to know more about what I do, go to drpatterson.com, drpatterson.com, or you're welcome to call my office for that free evaluation, 916-933-0974. Have a blessed day, and I'll look forward to meeting you soon. And you're welcome to go to my website and email me with any questions that might have arose from this video. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.